What's up guys, Crane here from LogicLounge.com. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the Nexus 6, the next phone from Google and Motorola. They announced it just today with pre-orders coming later this month. Now I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I am not the biggest fan of Android at all. I did own a Nexus 4 and I did own a Moto G. I did like those phones. I'm going to tell you that I really don't like the system on other platforms such as Samsung's platform, HTC, so on and so forth. But what I do like is the Nexus platform that Android runs on. Why? Because it's the purest form of Android, and I believe it gives the best experience for Android as well. After owning those phones and playing around with them, being able to even play around with the Nexus 5, I believe that the Nexus series really gives the best performance, the best usability for Android. So if I do have to go to Android at some point in my life, if I have to suggest an Android phone, I'm going to go ahead and suggest one of the phones in the Nexus series, just because I believe they're one of the best phones out there, including the Motorola series along with that. So let's get into basically my thoughts and reactions to this phone as I hold up my iPhone 6 and read off the specs and kind of give my reactions to them. It's got a 6-inch Quad HD display. That is a large phone, even larger than my iPhone 6 that I have here, even larger still than the iPhone 6 Plus. So it is a large phone. It's going to be for somebody who wants a phone and a tablet to be kind of all in one. That is going to be the perfect size for you, I believe, as it will be large enough to be able to carry around and view the screen properly while small enough to be mobile with it. It also has dual front-facing speakers. So if you're somebody who watches a lot of video content, maybe on YouTube, Netflix, on the go, this is going to be the perfect thing for you because it has that stereo system inside of it. It does have a Snapdragon 805 quad-core 2.7 gigahertz processor, giving you a lot of power in this phone. I am curious to what the benchmarks are going to be with this phone. It's not all about what's inside of it, but how it uses it and how it manages all the processes, because a lot of things run on a single core. So it could be a quad core, it could be a dual core, but a lot of programs out there only utilize one core. So I'm going to be very stringent and very strict on seeing what the single core output is going to be for the benchmarks. It also has an Adreno 420 GPU, which is due to give them some very good graphics on this phone. It has an f2.0 13 megapixel camera. That is a large camera. Now, somebody who comes from a large photography background, pixels on a phone is something that you need to toy around with a little bit. Yes, you can have these large megapixel phones, 50 megapixels, 20 megapixels, stuff like that, but if you have a lot of megapixels packed into it, you're going to start getting some distortion with how large the image is going to be and how accurately it can bring in all of those colors. So I'm curious to see how the camera will work. I will always be very critical of cameras. I'm even critical of the iPhone's camera as well. So 13 megapixels. Seems like a lot for a phone to me, just because I know how optics works, and I could go into a large discussion on that, but it is nice to see a 13 megapixel camera with f2.0. Should get you some nice, sharp shots. Now they have this thing that will allow you to really quickly charge your phone. The Nexus 6 comes with a 3,220 milliamp hour battery with a new feature called 15-minute charging, or it's 15-minute charging, it's not called 15-minute charging, that will basically, you charge your phone for 15 minutes, it will give you 6 hours of battery life. It uses some fast charging. With the new batteries nowadays, that fast charging method lasts around, I believe, 1,000 or 10,000 cycles. So you should be able to get a good amount of use from this phone if you want fast charging. That's something that I wish the iPhone would do, is charge faster. So that should be something that will be very interesting to look at. Plus, you have all of the new Lollipop features. We've talked about that before. I think this is going to be a good phone for people who want large phones. I personally believe the iPhone 6 is a perfect size for me because I like to have it in my pocket. I like to carry it around. I did play with the 6 Plus. I didn't think I would like it because it's just so large. So this is probably not going to be the phone for me. It might be the phone for you though. And I'm going to leave you to make that decision for yourself. These are just my thoughts on the phone. So if you're someone who wants a large phone, you can go ahead and take a look at the Nexus 6. I will always recommend the Nexus series because I believe it is the best experience for Android. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, dislike it. Tell me why though. Tell me why you didn't like this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in our next video.